the only movie I watched over and over again. The two
VHS, yes.
The two VHSs, that's the only thing I had.
And part two just always started off with them in the room. He just smacks her. Like, that's how it always started.
Oh my god! Alright, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Da-na-na. Every time I say you ready for this, I always think of that.
Me too.
Okay, let's go. Hey guys, Gina with Sidewalk Talk. Today I'm with Inzo.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Immaculate.
Awesome. Before we start this interview, I have to ask you, did you go to Loyola?
I did for like.
No,
did you too?
Yes, I did.
No way. Which one? Like the
Loyola,
one?
Chicago.
No way.
Yes.
I was only there for like a year and a half.
I know. What major were you?
First semester bio pre-med, second semester.
Me too.
Yeah. Everyone went there.
Everyone
Yeah.
at Loyola
was either bio pre-med.
always starts as bio
They
pre-med.
start as that, and
then marketing.
yeah.
Then you're like, yeah, I like to not do this, so I'm just gonna do more. That is so crazy.
That is crazy.
Well, okay. Anyways, I just wanted to confirm that.
Confirmed.
Okay, Mike, you're from Chicago.
Yes, born and raised.
How was it like growing up in Chicago?
It's one of the top major cities in the country, so it's definitely lively and fortunate to have such a I guess inspiring and active environment, so I loved it.
What are your favorite spots now to go to?
In Chicago? I don't know. I've like not been in the city a whole lot in the last like few years, so.
What?
Yeah, I'm more like in the burbs now. I like a lot of space, so yeah. Hence why I'm like trying to move out of there actually. So.
Where are you trying to move to?
I think Denver.
Denver! I love Denver.
Yeah, I like having the mountains close by, and
why not LA?
it's probably just a little, I don't know, maybe a little too pricey compared to Denver. Just for what I'm trying to do. Just trying to rent like a year or two. So.
Oh, and then like move back to Chicago?
I don't know. I'm honestly, the whole living situation, I am just taking it 1 year at a time because I don't know what I want to do exactly with that. Plus, I'm like, with traveling a whole lot and playing shows, it's like, why, I guess, lock down a place if I'm not really sure where I want to, what vibe is calling me, what place is calling me.
Right, that's true, true.
We'll see.
Growing up in Chicago, like, where do you think you got your creative side from? Like, what do your parents do? What were they into?
So, I think genetically, my dad, his whole side has been pretty creative. He's a chef. He was like, from day one, he knew he wanted to be a chef, and was on like the Food Network doing a whole bunch of like tutorials and cool features, and
that is so cool.
Yeah, he does these like crazy ice carvings with like a chainsaw too. So he was very into that whole like artsy side of the food, and then my mom's whole side was just very classically trained in music with like violins, piano, and whatnot. So,
okay.
And then they put me into lessons when I was like 4.
So your mom is kind of like the influence as far as the strict
totally
piano thing,
right? She put me with a very like intense
Filipino teacher.
That's right, the Filipino instructor who would yell at me and kick me out of his class if I didn't practice enough.
How is that even acceptable? Did your mom like, that's what I went through, so you need to go through?
No,
that
surprisingly, my mom actually herself, it was more like my mom's mom and then my mom's grandma was like, we're all super musically inclined. My mom was not. She was like really poor growing up. They didn't have like money to pay for lessons. So when it came my time, she definitely just wanted to throw me in that, develop the one side of my brain, and then neglect the other. I'm just kidding, but. Yeah, no, very intense piano instructor, which I'm forever grateful because I feel like he's like helped shape like my ear to this day. So.
And how long were you doing that?
From like 4 to like 12 maybe, and then after that I kind of stopped taking lessons.
And then when did you start doing drums?
Maybe like 6. That was like the one thing I asked my parents. I was like, all right, you got me in piano.
Oh,
I'm being force-fed this.
Oh, that's really smart, though.
Yeah.
You, like, could persuade your parents. I had no persuasive skills when I was little.
Totally. I was like, all right, you make me do one thing you really like. At the time, I didn't really like it because, again, when you're force-fed something, it's like,
yeah, of course.
You don't know how to appreciate it, especially when you're young. But yeah, drums was like the lane I wanted to go down. And
so did you grow up listening to a lot of classical music then?
Yes, a lot of like Beethoven.
Really?
Type stuff on the piano all the time.
That is so cool.
Some of like my favorite CDs when I was a kid, like back when you had CD players, was the Titanic soundtrack.
No
yeah,
way! I know the entire thing.
Yeah, that's same.
I know the entire soundtrack too. That's the only movie I watched over and over again. The two
VHS, yes.
The two VHSs, that's the only thing I had.
And part two just always started off with them in the room. He just smacks her. Like, that's how it always started.
Oh my god! That is so crazy. Remember VHSs?
Oh yeah.
Wow. I miss those days, kind of, not really. So, what did your parents think, or what do they think about EDM?
At first, they did not get it. And like when I wanted to pursue it after,
what did they say?
Abandoning my Rambler side,
Oh yeah, what did they think about when you dropped out of Loyola?
It was a pretty down and depressing / shunning experience where they were just like disappointed. They were help paying for my college, and to let them down, I guess, in that sense, because I just didn't feel any sort of calling in the sort of fields that I was trying to study and the majors I was trying to study. So they were not really for it at first, but it definitely drove me to want to prove them wrong and be like, look, I'm gonna work so hard at this, and now they have like finally come around to be proud of what I'm doing, which is all you go for as a kid.
Wow. Usually parents, they would try to negotiate and be like, okay, just finish school though.
Right,
and
no,
then
exactly.
You could do that.
That did happen. That was a nightly conversation, So,
okay. Yeah. How long did it take for you to try to convince them? Did you just do it?
I just did it. There was no like convincing. It was more of a we'll see it when we believe it. For now, we just are disappointed in you, and until you prove yourself, I guess, like you're forever on our shit list. So
And then now you're here.
Now I'm here, and and
you're killing it.
I'm doing okay, and now they're happy, which makes me happy.
Aww. How did you get introduced to EDM music?
I was like, first thing ever, I was end of grade school. I just was
end of grade school?
Yeah, like 8th grade. I heard like Tiesto's Elements of Life album, and I was just like, oh, this like techno. At the time, I call it techno. It's like progressive techno, trance, whatever. And I just like was fascinated with the sounds, and then it slowly grew into going to my first sort of progressive show, when I was in college. I saw Alesso, and I was just like, this stuff's nuts. Like, there's gotta be some cool way to get into making this stuff, because I fell in love with it as soon as I watched it live. And then at Loyola, at the IC building, the Information Commons, they had like a built-in music studio there.
What?
Yeah, I don't know if it was a hidden gem. I didn't discover it till later. So I would like skip class and go there and just start teaching myself how to make electronic stuff.
You should have stayed in school and just stuck with that studio for 4 years. What?
Yeah, so it started there, just kind of making mashups of songs and then teaching myself the production of things.
So it started at Loyola?
Everything started at Loyola, yeah. My first electronic show was my first year at Loyola, then discovered the music studio there. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, today's a great day to be a Rambler.
It's a great day.
Or a dropout Rambler.
a dropout Rambler.
That is so awesome. I had no idea the IC had like a studio.
Me neither. It was like one of those side rooms. I don't know, like second floor.
What did I say?
When did I know it was?
When did you know like this is like a career move? This is like what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. Or did you already have that mindset when you were starting?
Yeah, I had that mindset when I was like just trying to take it up. The first time I was able to make a cohesive beat electronically, I was like, okay, I could do this. I could only, imagine the potential, I guess, of just hard work and like teaching myself the ins and outs of the software, because the music was in my mind for sure. It was just a matter of learning how to, get it out.
How long did you work on music? Or do you work on music?
Yeah, so working on music is like, it varies from song to song. Some songs take like a year, maybe 2 years. Some songs take like a week. It's pretty crazy, like the process. It's just some songs like have better momentum or just fall together a lot easier than others. So yeah.
How long do you work on music though? Like, do you sit down and like per day? How many hours?
Definitely like on average a few hours a day. It's definitely not every day. Some days I'll take off. My schedule is definitely not too strict, or I guess too consistent, which might be a bad thing, which I'm trying to work on, because it's good to have a good structure in your life. But yeah, a few hours a day on average, I'd say.
Right.
Yeah.
What are the most challenging things about music production?
Ear fatigue and like hearing the same thing over and over again that you don't even know what you're listening to. Yeah. How do you, like, what do you suggest with that? Usually, like, I hear take at least like a 10-minute break if you're every 20 minutes or something. Take breaks, work on something else, and get feedback from friends. Friends are great, especially if like they're either not into into that music production world or are in the production world, because you get like an outsider's perspective of not being overly analytical and critical, but also getting that feedback from someone who's like, oh hey, maybe this would sound nicer if you tweak this little thing a little bit, so definitely just outsource to your friends and get some feedback.
Which DAW do you use?
Ableton.
Mm-hmm.
I started off on Logic, but Ableton's superior in my opinion.
Ableton.
Yes.
What's your favorite plugin?
Valhalla. All the Valhallas. If anybody doesn't know what that is, it's a reverb plugin.
Okay.
Yeah,
the reverb.
They have like Valhalla Room, Valhalla Shimmer, Valhalla Supermassive, but they're all reverb plugins pretty much. So.
What is like the best production advice you've ever received? I'm probably not going to understand the answer, but everyone else would.
Let's see.
As far as like handling vocals, or like if something's too, what is it, like muggy, messy? Muddy?
Yeah. Maybe I don't know, a beginner's tip that was like fundamental was cutting out all the lows on everything that isn't your sub and or bass, pretty much. Like that'll drastically clear up all the lows in your mix a little bit. So it's a pretty standard one, but definitely a fundamental one.
How did you learn everything? YouTube videos?
Yeah, that is the coolest Tesla I've ever fucking seen.
Oh shoot. Oh my god.
That oil slick. Oh,
that is so cool. Did everyone see that? Okay. Oh, I'm
sorry, big Tesla guy, Elon Musk guy.
Oh, I want a Tesla.
Shout out Elon. It's my dude.
Why do you love Elon so much?
Like, why not? The guy's...
I know. I mean, he's amazing, but like, what made you like fanboy over Elon?
I think the fact that he's just like he's a goofy, nerdy guy with I think a good sense of humor, where it's relatable to me personally, and I don't know. I just find him being as goofy as he is, and still sort of humble. He gives off this like humble, down to earth vibe for being such a success and having billions of dollars. Like, he doesn't seem to get fazed by it, and I think that's just a cool thing. And he's also like pursuing things that I love, which is
he's like he's in music production too, right?
I mean, yeah, that seems more like a
hobby,
more as like a fun joke hobby. Yeah, I mean, the record label he released it on, his music on, was called Emoji. Like Emo-G. Yeah, so I mean, the whole thing's just he's a meme lord in general. Yeah, but going to space, making life multiplanetary, going to Mars, like that's in our human instinct. It's just to be adventurers and explorers, and I think he gets that, which I think is cool. He's inspiring. So
from that answer, you really thought about this.
I think about Elon pretty regularly. He's just he's a cool, inspiring guy.
What do you want to be remembered for?
Just being someone who brings a wholesome and peaceful and uplifting vibe, just in general. Like, that's it. Whether it's like through music or just our human to human interaction, that's really it.
You are a very wholesome person.
Thank you.
From the past 40 minutes we've
Has it been 40 minutes?
I don't know. Well, yeah, I think it has.
But yes, that's pretty much it, you know, like I think, you know, ego would give a different answer where it's like, I want to be remembered for being like the best at this, the best, yeah, but like at the end of the day, and you strip everything back, it's like, I don't know, being a dope human in general is probably just, I don't know, more fulfilling. So
I love that answer. Let's jump into fan questions, or not fan question, sidewalk AMA questions. Is that comfortable?
Yeah, I'm comfy. Am I gonna walk like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Boom. That's good.
Sweet. Okay. All right. Where was your first sold out show?
First sold out show was at the Ava Center in Houston. Am I holding this right?
Yes.
Am I doing good?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're good. An arm workout.
Yeah, Houston, Texas at the Ava Center. That was hands down probably my favorite show to this day still.
What's your favorite city?
Good question.
Shouldn't it be Chicago?
I mean, it should be, but I'm like so numb to Chicago at this point.
Aww.
So
that's so sad.
It is sad. It is sad.
It's so sad to hear.
I know.
Aww.
Well, that's what happens when you've never lived anywhere else, you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's
For 27 years now, I haven't lived anywhere else, so.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
And then I moved to LA. It was the best thing that's ever happened to me.
I was gonna say that I've only been in LA like less than 5 times, and each time, like, I get why people are moving out. Like, have moved out here for years now, because it's definitely one of the most beautiful parts of the country, and just the vibe's great.
The vibe.
Yeah.
It's all about the vibe.
It's all about the vibe.
The vibs. The vivies.
The hibs.
Vivies.
It's a cool set of stairs.
Right?
Yeah.
All these houses are.
Houses are so cute.
These are so nice.
Yeah, super sweet.
And they're honestly not that bad, price-wise.
Really?
Because it's like, will you play your Mac Miller remix at Lost Lands?
Yes, I will.
Now you have
I will shamelessly play all the vibey, pretty stuff at Lost Lands, considering it is, you know, predominantly a bass-centric and heavy fest. But I'll be keeping the vibey stuff like that remix. But it is not a Mac Miller remix, by the way. It's just a mashup of my song "It Goes in Waves" with "Self Care" by Mac Miller. So.
How is your production so clean?
I think I reference some of the goats. You know, some of their music. I'll go back and forth and be like, okay, this sounds really clean.
I'll reference a lot.
Yeah, that helps with, you know, perspective of, you can hear your own song and not listen to anything else and be like, oh, this sounds clean, and then you go to listen to someone else's and you're like, oh wow, that's way cleaner. I could be tweaking some things to kind of get it to sound.
But like, how do you figure that out? Do you like
just ear, you know, like so? They're good. Yeah. Oh, almost just took you out.
The saw. There was a saw.
That is a saw.
Okay. What are we saying?
Oh yeah. So.
Like, how do you know like what to take out?
So I think so much of it, people want to like claim, oh, it's a lot of it is the speakers and the equipment they're using, but I think so much of it is your ear. You train your ear to become used to whatever system or speakers you're using, and just ear training will definitely help you kind of dial in how things sound. So.
Do you use headphones or speakers?
I do. I use headphones and speakers. I'll go back and forth for mixing. So sometimes I'll be mixing things.
Oh, so you mix and master everything yourself?
Yeah, I mix and master everything myself, and I'll do stuff on my headphones or my speakers. Wow. You always need a trusty car test as well, because a lot of people listen to music in their car, and if it doesn't sound good on the car speakers, something's probably wrong. So yeah.
True. Do you have a special morning playlist you love?
Yeah, it's one song and one song only. Three Little Birds by Bob Marley and the Wailers.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was gonna say what artists are on there, but it's just one.
It's just one. That's just the song every morning.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Every morning, that's like your routine?
Almost every morning, just about, yeah.
Oh, wow. What did you cook up this weekend? Or this week, I guess?
Well, I think the cat's already out of the bag a little bit on this one, but this week, the last few days, I spent working with my good friend Sammy, aka LS Dream, and we've got a song coming out on his album, and then roughly 4 or 5 other songs that we're going to do a separate EP for, which I'm very stoked on. Yeah, they're coming together real nice.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
That's awesome. When are we going to hear some new tunes?
The soonest you could hear new tunes is probably going to be at the next live show, because right now I'm kind of in the process of figuring out how to package some songs together and like when to release them and how to release them. So yeah, there's no like super near-term date right now, but definitely within, I think, less than 2 months there'll be some music released out for the world. So
what got you into using Alan Watts lectures in your music?
Literally Googling how to stop overthinking for my own issues. Yeah. So
do you overthink? Are you
Yes.
an overthinker?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you overthink about everything?
Less and less these days, for sure.
Aww.
But yeah, when I was early 20s, figuring out life and becoming more aware of certain things, you can easily overthink
What is
stupid
something
stuff.
you overthink about that's like totally dumb, but you just keep doing it anyway? Just walking up the
I know. That's what I'm saying. People are gonna be like, you just walked past that tree. We saw it twice now.
I know. Oops. Whatever. Oh, now I get it.
Yeah,
now
yeah.
I get your joke.
Oh, now I thought you got it.
Oh, no,
my
I did.
God.
I kind of got it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right. So the question was.
Overthinking.
Yes. So.
Like, what do you usually overthink about? That's like, it's so dumb, but then you can't manage to stop yourself. It's a lime tree.
Is that what this is? Limes?
These are limes. Yeah.
Very
ADD.
nice.
That's so cool. I had no idea. They're not even ready.
I don't know. It could be just anything. It really doesn't have to be any particular subject.
Like
just
food. You're just like, I don't know. What to
yeah,
do right
like
now.
super salad. Oh, geez. Do I want warm or do I want cold? It's like.
So you just Googled Alan Watts?
Yeah, I was just like in my old.
Overthinking?
Yeah, I was like literally Google how to stop overthinking because I was in a time of very intense overthinking. It was just like, how do I remedy this on my own at home? And then came across some of his speeches on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it happened.
Why the pyramid in the music videos?
Honestly, the artist that made the art for Overthinker, it was kind of his doing, and since then it kind of just stuck.
How would you describe your music?
I would describe my music as
Awesome. Just kidding.
super cool. No, just
the best.
yeah.
The best of the best.
No, I think I would hope like an experience, like an atmospheric experience where it can strike some sort of chord, inside. So that's all I hope for, really. But even if it's like some heavy or funky tune, something that's just, I don't know, vibey, ethereal. So.
Let me just. Seems like a lot of growth happened for you during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this? Should we walk past?
Oh yeah.
Let's just walk this way. I just don't want to walk past the song.
No, I got you.
Okay.
Lime tree. There's gonna be a lime tree count.
This is
3.
same exact lime tree we just saw. Anyways, seems like a lot of growth happened for you during the pandemic.
Yes.
Was it weird coming out to shows and seeing such a large fan base?
Absolutely. That was definitely like the trippiest thing. Is before I definitely felt like things were going on a good trajectory and vibes were high, and definitely had my moments of not realizing or understanding, the sort of good, like loyal following and listening base that I have now. And it was definitely a humbling revelation to have a headline show in Houston and have it sell out and realize how much support's out there. So
like selling out your shows, that's like amazing.
Yeah.
It's very uncommon.
Yeah, it was definitely
do you know like
surprising.
do you know like where that like hype came from? I don't like how do you think
I don't know, honestly. Like it's
came out of nowhere?
It did kind of come out of nowhere, and like I wasn't necessarily doing a whole lot. Like I wasn't being really active on social media, like engaging a whole lot, trying to do something to make that happen. I just was kind of doing my thing, spending time with my family and working on music, and it just happened. It was definitely surprising. So
how long did it take you to make Overthinker?
that one was actually a pretty short amount of time, maybe like a month.
What?
Yeah, that one maybe a month.
Which one took you like 1 to 2 years?
Ones that aren't out yet.
Oh, do you think it's better than Overthinker, like in your opinion, or like do you like it? I
don't know. It depends. It's still, I don't know. I don't think they're better. I just think some of them are a good representation of me. So even if they're not better, I still like believe in them and want to get them out, even though they take a year or two to make. But some of my best songs, some of my best songs still, my favorites, were made in a short amount of time. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
A month.
Yeah.
To make that banger.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Roughly.
I did not expect that answer. I thought it was gonna be like a year.
Well, like the whole song itself, like the idea of it was made within like a week, maybe not even, and then.
Did it come from you're just like Googling Overthinker and you're just like, yeah.
Yeah. So like when I first heard the speech, I was like, the way he's speaking is so slow and poetic. Like he's got a cool accent and everything. That when I was just listening to it, I was like, damn.
That is so creative.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I just heard it. I was like, damn, that would sound nice with some piano on it, and that's how it started. I just downloaded the little vocal blip. And
See, all those piano lessons came right in handy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we're just gonna loop-de-loop again.
It might be a good little, I don't know how you end your videos, but like having just like the end, be like, all right, this is the end.
Wow, you're so creative. Yes, that's actually a really good idea. I'm gonna do that.
All right, okay. Yeah, we got like 3 more laps.
We're just walking back and forth. Our favorite collaboration thus far and why?
Well, since none of them are done with like Ellis Dream, those are all great, and I when they're done, I'm sure this will be up there. But as of right now, it goes in waves with my 2 buddies, Bluka and Align. They're also Midwestern Chicago people. That's a song that Mac Miller vocals on when I play it live. But it was a good time. We're just like vibing out super heavy together, and yeah, I don't know, the way it turned out, I really like the aesthetic and atmosphere it gives off. So definitely proud of that one.
Favorite country? Do you travel a lot?
I have never left the United States, so I'm pretty uncultured swine.
You didn't even know what a bow was.
Exactly.
Oh my god, you've never...
A bow.
Not that bow.
I know. But, yeah, so...
What? You've never left.
From
You're 27.
I know.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty bad. That's
well, you're going to, I'm sure, like with the tours and stuff.
Hopefully, that's the goal.
Oh, you never left.
Yeah, so my answer is I am unqualified to answer that question.
Okay, where would you want to go? If you could go right now, hop on a plane, go to like a country, where would it be? Top 3.
Top 3. That's thank you for that.
Yeah, of course.
That gives me a little more
You're
space.
overthinking.
Yeah.
If
Can't
you're
just
an
pick
overthinker,
one.
gotta give you options.
So see, probably Japan,
Yes.
Italy, and
Yes.
some like tropical place, maybe like Bali.
Ugh, the best food.
Yeah.
And well, I've never been to Bali, but I'm sure Italy has really good food because I love Italian food.
But Japan, yeah,
the best food.
I've heard great things about Japan.
Oh my god,
I
you'll
definitely want to
love
check it
that
out.
place.
Yeah.
You have to go. You have to go. Favorite subject in school?
Should we turn around? Yep. Yeah, I was just thinking. For continuity's sake, I'm sticking to it.
I'm just gonna like record all the turns.
All right.
And just make it a blooper.
Yeah. Right. All right. Favorite subject in school?
Yeah.
Physics. Physics. Yeah. Science. All the sciences. Physics specifically.
Physics. That is so. I hate. That's my least favorite.
It's so weird. That one came the easiest to me in high school, like hands down. So weird. Yeah.
That's really impressive.
Yeah.
It's like the hardest subject in high school.
Yeah, it just made sense for me.
Wow. Favorite food?
Eggs. R.I.P.
Really? You
I used
just
to eat them
became
every morning. Yeah, I literally just came.
But it was your favorite food?
My favorite food. I mean, just because like they're so nutritious, they're good for you, and like you could put anything in them. And
I mean, favorite childhood memory?
We're gonna end up going back to the street and then turning back around. I'm still gonna be thinking. I don't know. There's so many of them.
I don't know why I'm thinking for you. Did you see me? Like, on the
I did. Trying to alleviate the pressure. No pressure. Don't worry about it. I'll figure it out.
Like, what was that? Like, I know you're.
I would do that. I would feel like I would do that exact same shit. Oh my god.
Yeah.
We're turning back around.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
Childhood memory. Before we start walking, let me think of something.
High school, or you want to break it down?
Yeah, let's break it down.
Let's break it down.
4 to 6.
What?
6 to 10.
I just went like grade school.
Yeah.
Grade school. Grade school.
Oh, okay, I think I got a decent one. Okay.
Are we,
I guess kind of just general childhood memory. Like when I was first getting like a cohesive cover band, just like with my friends, like I'll play drums, my friends play guitar.
Oh, that is
And
so cool.
the first times we were just able to like play a song together, like in sync. Not the band, but like in sync with each other. Yeah, it was the coolest feeling ever, and that was just like one of my favorite parts of.
Yeah.
Oh look, more lime.
Yeah. The fourth time.
A lot of lime trees in LA.
Just tons and tons. Ooh. Most embarrassing moment in your DJ career.
Oh.
Do you have one?
I have 2 of them.
2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'll do the first one. Chronologically, it was my first like big fest that I've ever played, and I was the first one on the main stage, like first one of the day. There was like not many people there, like maybe like 25, 50, 100 people, like out of thousands that could be there. Not many people there to start, and it was so hot, like peak sun of the day, like 95 degrees, maybe 96 even, and I know 1 degree difference, but like the sun was just blaring on the CDJs. It was so hot, like touching them, my fingertips were literally burning. I couldn't see the screen, and I just remember like queuing up this one song and like completely messing up a transition, and I couldn't see the screen to like go back to where I needed to, so I didn't know like what the problem was. So the music just like cut out for like maybe like 45 seconds, just
oh
like
my god,
silence.
that's forever.
I know, and I'm just like trying to like rewind this shit because I can't like, I'm trying to do it manually because I can't see the screen.
How do you like, what did you do?
I started sweating probably 8 times more than I was like a minute before.
No way.
And just like panicking. And
did you figure it out? I
did, but that was like the worst day ever. I was just so pissed after that. I was like, God damn it.
So that's how you like started the set?
No, it was like halfway through, and then I finished the set just like not in a good mood.
Were they pretty forgiving?
I mean,
like, is the crowd pretty forgiving?
No, I'm pretty sure like even at the festival, for being as large scale as they are, this guy was like, all right, we're turning around. Still mid-answer, turning around. Okay. There was like a guy in the crowd just like, just hit play. I'm just like, God, if only it was that simple right now. Yeah, it was bad. And second bad experience DJing was my first out-of-state gig. So it's kind of like, that's my cushion right there. It was my first time playing out of state. All right, it was at Okeechobee. I was like playing some really small stage at the time. I was just lucky to be there, to be playing at all. Nobody really knew who I was at the time. Like my time slot was the same time as Porter Robinson's, but like some small stage, so like nobody was there. I had like 20, 25 people there maybe. And it was super late. I was pretty tired from the night before. And as soon as I get on the mic, keep in mind, Okeechobee's in Florida. And as soon as I get on the mic, I say, "What's up, Chicago?" And
wow.
Yeah, as soon as I said, I just like put my head down, like turn around and started laughing because like Who the hell thinks we're in Chicago right now?
What did the crowd do?
I didn't
Look up
enough to process any of their reaction, but
I'm.
I can only
And
imagine
it was
some
20
of.
people.
Yeah, 2025. I can only
It's okay.
imagine.
It seems like you handled those really well. I would have just like run off the stage. But...
I mean, I wanted to. I wanted to.
Wow.
But
okay. When was this? When you first started?
it was like the second. Yeah, it was when I was like first starting off playing shows, and I think it was the second Okeechobee that they had. So probably 3-4 years ago, maybe.
Okay. If you had a biography, what would be the name of your book?
That's a good question.
I know. I personally love this question, so I ask it all the time.
Let's start thinking of jokes now. I'm just like, just God. Just like a Kanye thing where he would just be like, the God. My autobiography book would probably just be called God. I'd probably like sit down thinking of a bunch of titles, but if I were to pick up a song name right now, probably I don't know.
Yeah, what would a song title right now? What is this?
Earth Magic, or it goes in waves, because I like the concept of Earth Magic, because I could, if I were to explain that concept, it's a song title of an unreleased song right now, and the meaning behind it's like pretty special. I would explain that in the autobiography, but I think it goes in waves. It works just because life, it's all about just figuring the ups and downs, and everything kind of goes in waves. The happiness, the sadness,
True.
So, I think it's a good theme of just life.
Biggest fear?
Maybe skydiving.
What?
Yeah.
That's the most amazing experience ever.
You've gone skydiving?
Yes.
Crazy.
What?
Yeah.
You should absolutely go.
Skydiving, or being in like a big ocean with like no boat or land.
Oh yeah, no.
And there's like a bunch of sharks.
Yeah,
no thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah. Probably those. It's just skydiving, just because like.
You should try.
Oh, you're skydiving down. Okay, let's open our parachute. Oh, that one didn't work. Oh, don't worry about it though. We got a spare. Oh, that one didn't work. All right, see you in a short moment. Ground. Yeah, no thanks. I would not like to just risk that until I'm like 75.
So you're saying you're never gonna skydive?
Not until I'm 70 plus. Sorry.
Favorite holiday?
4th of July is a good time. Just
4th of July?
Just like peak of summer, It's warm out. Vibes are high.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing too like crazy. I don't want to be like cliche and say Christmas.
Christmas. Yeah, it's usually Christmas.
It's usually Christmas, but
or Thanksgiving.
Yeah, or Thanksgiving, because it's like food and family.
Halloween.
Halloween's. Yeah, those are all like the top three.
Yeah, those are the top three.
I feel like I just instinctually went 4th of July
I didn't
because it
expect
was because of the curveball.
4th of July. Worst job you've ever had?
I worked at Zara.
No way.
The clothes are dope.
Oh, I love Zara.
Yeah, but like.
Retail.
The people working there sucked.
Sucks.
It was so bad. I just hated it.
Hate retail.
Worst.
The worst.
Yeah, and like they made you wear these like pants and like suit jacket, and the pants were just like so uncomfortable.
Oh.
It sucked.
What superpower would you pick? If you could choose any superpower, what would it be? Just one.
Just one.
Just
Fuck.
one.
I was gonna say, come on, just give me 2.
No.
All right. Time control.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That could be a slippery slope.
That's a really good answer.
Yeah.
I never even thought about that. I think I think my answer would be that from now on too.
Yeah.
Last question. Best piece of advice you've ever received.
Best
piece of advice you've ever received.
Kind of relates to stoicism. I had a friend who was kind of more into stoicism before I really knew what it was, and kind of telling me in a time where I was like freaking out about certain things, just reminding me, hey, just focus on what's within your control. That's all you can focus on. Otherwise, your worry and anxiety, it's not accomplishing anything, and that's really helped mitigate the amount of time and energy I put into worrying about nonsense. So I think that's a foundational one for sure.
Mike, thank you for being a part of this interview.
Hey, thanks for having me.
It's the end.
It's the end of the show.
It's the end of the show. There we go. Bye, guys. Thank you.